Cancer, welcome to your 5-card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it talks about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of the card. Cancer, you are moving forward, okay? You're kind of feeling like you had this huge transitional period in your life and you're coming to the end of it. So what you're doing is you're taking all the lessons that you learned, okay? And you're coming out of a place of uncertainty, a place of instability, and moving toward calmer waters. Basically, your emotions, your resources, everything that you've been dealing with have been having these huge ebbs and flows, and things are just kind of evening out more. So you're actually taking the time to sit back and contemplate all these lessons that you learned and all these ideas that you have moving forward. So this is good. This is a card about moving forward, finding stability and healing a little bit. But it's not like everything just fell in your lap. You recognize that there's contemplation that has to happen for lessons to be learned. So the death in the inverse is, doesn't that sound great? The opposite of death. But death is about transition. And it feels like you're coming to the end of a major transitional period. So it feels like you're kind of cleaning up those loose ends. You know what I mean? The lessons are being learned. There's slight changes in your behavior now from 2 years ago that seem like everything's happening in a more positive way. And you're looking back at the experiences that you had, and you're looking at the bad things that happened, not as why did this happen to me, but why did this happen for me, and what can I learn from this situation? Okay. You're not seeking out a lot of attention for this new behavior. Okay. In the past, you wanted people to recognize this behavior, that behavior, this behavior. I did this, I did that. And not that you were bragging about the things that you did. You just wanted to feel like you were contributing to everybody else. So you were actively seeking feedback. You're not actively seeking feedback anymore because you recognize that the feedback that's most important is the feedback that you give yourself. You are retreating into your head a little bit. You're painting a very pretty picture, and you're getting a little caught up on that picture. So this card for the journey, the 7 of Cups in the inverse, actually serves as a warning not to go too deep within that. Don't get ahead of the healing process and paint a perfect picture, because what'll happen if you paint this perfect picture is by the time you start taking those things out of your head and trying to put them into reality, it's not going to work out exactly the way you wanted it to, okay? So get an idea of what you want, but don't plan it down to each minute detail, because if you plan it down to each minute detail, it may not come into fruition the way you want. And then you have that anxiety for loss of control again. So what this card is telling me is go ahead and make a plan, but make loose plans. Okay. And then you have another page in the inverse here. So with this one, this is about reworking your resources and not communicating how resources need to be used. So really quickly, these 2 pages in the inverse, this shows me lack of communication, and with both of those flanking this perfect picture that you're painting in your head, I do see the warning of let other people in and let them know you're thinking, because that's what's going to keep you centered and grounded and, one foot on the ground, so to speak. That's going to keep you where you need to be in order to move forward. Yeah, communicate your ideas to other people and they'll help keep you grounded, is what I'm trying to say. If you hold it in, you'll get stuck in your head. Yeah, see, there's a huge change in perspective in your life. And you're kind of looking at everything in the past and recognizing what's happening, but don't focus too much on the past. Okay? Because over here where you're not looking is there's a huge opportunity to find a new perspective on how it is you want to move forward. Okay? And it's not a political game. So don't hold back information because you see, this is what I feel. I feel like you're holding back information because you feel if you explain everything that's going on in your head, you'll be persuaded out of your own idea. But if other people are involved, okay, if you're only focusing on you, that might be the opportunity missed. Somebody else might be able to take your idea and build on it. Okay? So if you hold back too much, there's no opportunity for you to bounce ideas off other people and maybe grow that into something that is more tangible, something that is more feasible, or maybe something that's better than what you thought. Okay? So don't hold back the communication, Cancer. That's my advice for this week. Don't hold back the communication. Don't get stuck in your head because you're learning a lot of lessons right now and you're moving on to a better spot. So if you communicate those ideas, other people can come to that better place with you. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I will see you next time.